Welcome to Dial-R Squealer Tactics, everybody. I am a little late to the game. This is my recap of my account, the state of my account, and the state of the galaxy. Now, I am far behind on the state of the galaxy news, because a lot has happened in this last 10 days. Let's go to the news first. Alright, you guys are all probably well aware, but the last set of requirements for the Galactic Legends have been announced. The Star Wars official YouTube page and kind of dropped the news or the hint that the Galactic Legends will be dropping on October 7th. So we've got a week to get ready, and we still don't even have the kits, although I think that they have since officially announced that the kit launch will be next week. So they're probably going to give us the kits when the event launches. So we're going to get a lot next week. Piet's going to go farmable, the kits are going to launch, and the event's going to launch. So here we go. If you don't know, the last set of requirements for Galactic Legend Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is Wedge Antilles, Big Dark Lighter, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, and Hermit Yoda. 3 of them go to Relic 3, 2 of them go to Relic 5. Now, Hermit Yoda, you and Leia, you are already going to have a Relic 3 for the Jedi Knight Luke event, so that's not too bad. 2 more Relic levels, get those farm up those holo projectors for that Relic 5 piece. Princess Leia, she's going to kind of be, well, Wedge and Biggs and her are kind of going to be an odd man out, but you can kind of make a team with Wedge, Biggs, Lando, Leia, and like Stormtrooper Han is like a burst damage cleanup team for your TWs or GACs. So that's not too bad either. So overall, not too bad at all for those requirements. Now, the Sith Eternal Emperor Galactic Legend is also not too bad. Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker Relic 7. We all, well, veteran players will all have a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker. 1 for the ship meta, the negotiators, and 2 because for Padme and for the Shakti nuke team against Darth Revan, you needed a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, and that team worked really effectively against Darth Revan teams at the time. Grand Moff Tarkin, Relic 3, you know what? Okay, he's got a ship. That's alright. Veers and Stark, that is awesome. That is awesome because, like, me personally, I don't have a good trooper team. They're all Gear 12, but Gear 12s at my level aren't cutting it. So to have to Relic Veers and Stark is fantastic, because it means I can finally work on some pieces for my trooper team. Veers, Stark, and Piet, along with, I think, Snow and Death Trooper, make a great team for GAC and TW. And then Grand Admiral Thrawn, I've already got mine at like Relic 2. You kind of want a Relic Thrawn for your Ray counters anyway, so that's not too bad. Plus, he's got a ship, right? So, not too bad at all. Let's go in game and we'll look at the full picture. So let's look at Luke first. So there is all the requirements. So Rey, we needed Rey for Galactic Legend Rey. Luke, well, if you guys didn't get Luke, I'm sorry. This is the end game Galactic Legend. So end game players that have been playing for a long time, the veteran players, are gonna have most of these already. And from what I'm seeing from the various Discords that I'm in, a lot of people are pretty much in the same position I am right now. Like, they had almost all the pieces minus like Wedge, Biggs, Lando, some Old Ben, but most people had 3PO, Hermit Yoda, Han Solo, R2-D2, Chewbacca, all already relics. So everyone was already kind of ahead of the curve, given where we were last time when the last batch of GLs were announced. So here's kind of basically the state of my account right now, guys. The only things I'm farming are these last 3 requirements. So Leia's almost Gear 13. That's weird. Chewpio is about 51 of 100, and he's got the pieces to go to Gear 12. Mon Mothma is way behind. That's where I'm lacking. We'll see that when I go over my my roster. But I'm fairly close. So that's good, because I like to try to keep up with the endgame people, even though I'm not really spending a whole lot of money. Now, Sith Eternal Palpatine, you know, he's not that bad. So I already had a Relic Marauder for my Sith Empire team. To take him to Relic 7 is a little steep, though. That's going to hurt a little bit. To take Sidious up to Relic 7, that's going to hurt a lot. I'm not going to lie. And where I am specifically in the signal data and the raw relic materials needed to relic, after GL Luke, I'm spent. I'm pretty much done, and we'll go over that in my when I show you guys the relic materials that I'm farming. But so GL Palp is going to be a long ways away, which is going to affect my my development of my account, which we'll go over after. But we got one more big topic to talk about in the news, and that's mods. That's mods. So the game's about to get shook up. You know, they first announced that the relics were possibly going to be able to be upgraded past 6E way back when in their very initial relic video, a relic announcement. They slipped and put a 6B mod on Rey when they were showcasing her. So if you don't know already, if you've been living under a rock, if you haven't watched a million different YouTube streams and shows, mods are getting an upgrade. This is going to be the new gear progression system, basically. So, you know, relics are old news. Mods are now the next big thing. And after this, I would say that we're probably going to get more relic levels. Probably more relic levels. Because, you know, everyone's going to be spent on relic materials after these 4 Galactic Legends. Perfect timing for them to just start upping the relic levels. Alright, anyway, so you're going to be able to take your 6E mods all the way to 6A. Wonder if I can blow this up a bit for you guys. There we go. Okay. So here's going to be the materials you're going to need to get to slice your 6E mods past 6E. And they're only going to be, at least as of right now, we think that the only place you're going to be able to get these is in the Galactic Challenges. So we'll just read it here. Much like 6E, 6D to 6A mods can't be directly earned as a reward. Instead, you'll need the new Mark II slicing materials to upgrade your 6E mods. Blah, 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 blah. So it's not going to increase your secondary stats, guys. Your secondary stats, or no, your primary stats, sorry. So your primary stats only get upgraded, like they get upgraded from, say, you know, your speed goes from 30 to 32 on an arrow only when you take it from 5 to 6 dots. So you're not, the primaries aren't going to move past where they already are. Secondary stats, they're going to be capped at 5. So if you already have a 25 speed mod that has hit 5 times, the speed will never roll again, at least not for now. In this current iteration, you're capped out at 5. But so then if you have like an offense, a health, and an offense percentage secondaries, those stats are now open to roll. So it takes a little bit of the RNG out of it because the odds are now more in your favor. It's like a 1 to 3 chance that that offense percentage secondary stat's going to roll. Right? So I'm pretty sure I saw in here. All right, here it is. Here's the requirement. See, the upcoming, these Mark II slicing materials are needed to upgrade, blah, 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 blah. They can be earned from Galactic Challenges starting next week. You can earn slicing materials from completing certain tiers and feats. So if you can't buy these outright, if they're not in a store, at least that way, free to play, well, free to play-ish, and Krakens are kind of on the same level. You got to complete everything in these Galactic Challenges. I know a lot of people, they just skipped some of the feats, but now you're going to be Now there's incentive. Like that last, the one, not this last Galactic Challenge, but the one before it with the Sith, where you had to heal your Sith throughout the battle before you completed the battle. Now we're going to have to actually remod, strategize, try to finish that feat, because these materials are now the premium gear to upgrading your characters. So hopefully that was clear as mud. But looks like that, if they say that you're going to be able to get the slicing materials next week, I'm assuming that that's going to launch with the next big update, which is going to be the Galactic Challenge, or the Galactic Legends, the new Galactic Legends, mods, Piet going farmable. Yeah, next week's going to be another big week. Really, they've really just started hammering us with stuff over these last couple of weeks, which is good. Hopefully they keep it up, because the first half of 2020 was slow. We had nothing. What did we get? A couple marquees, Jedi Knight Luke. I guess we did get the Vader rework, but it was still, it was damn slow. So that's the news, guys. Any questions, put them down in the bottom in the comments, and I'll talk to you about them. But hopefully that was clear as mud. Now, my roster, the state of my account. Where am I? So, still in alpha, 9th largest GP guild in the game. It is a casual, it's at its heart, it's a casual guild. It's made up of really high GP players, pretty much all semi-professionals that love the game, but we're not caught up in the game. Like, we're TW casual. This last TW, we struggled to even get 40 players that wanted to play. Because it was the weekend one, right? No one wants to play on a weekend. So, it's about 3/4 full of high GP serious players, but then we have a lot of players that are just kind of casual. And that's good. That works really good for me. I like that. Because I know that if I want to take a set of TWs off, if I like want to book holidays or something, I can do that, not really worry. They'll shuffle my character into a low casual guild and we'll carry on. Come back, rejoin, yada yada yada. So that's alpha. So also concerning alpha, alpha is part of the Boba's Alliance, and we are trying to pick up a Monday night show called the Boba's Alliance Roundtable /podcast /livestream. I have the episode 3 technically up on my channel. We're going to try to make that a weekly thing. Tune in, check it out. It is at 8 o'clock Central every Monday. Alright, where am I? So I am tickling, I'm tickling 7 mil. You know, it's, you know, I got 6.94. 4 million GP in my characters alone. Man, I remember when I hit 3 million GP total. So almost tickling 7 mil. As you see, that's what I'm running in arenas right now. Although I'm using Malevolence to climb, and I put this in on defense. This is about where I fall now, because everybody's got Negotiator. All of a sudden, there's guys coming out of the woodwork that finally have their Negotiator fleets ready to compete, and so now people are falling quite a bit more in Fleet Arena. But this is about where I fall in Squad Arena. About 14th. 14, 12, 16. That's pretty much where I end up every day. There's a couple people still have their payouts before me, but this is about it. And this is a good defensible team, guys. Look at it. It's got one journey character, one legendary, or 2 legendaries, you know, Hermit Yoda, Galactic Legend. It can be beaten, but it is the mirror matches are quite horrendous, but it's doable. They're about a 4-minute match. Let's go into my characters first. Okay, so what am I farming? So you already kind of saw this, but I'm farming Grief to 7 stars, and then I've got the 2 pieces. I've actually got double pieces. You see I got 2 of these ready and 2 of these ready, because these are the exact same pieces that Chupio needs. So I'm going to take him up to 100, gear 12 him, 7-star him, and then he's off the favorites list. He's going to be good enough to run at gear 12. We'll come back to him later in the future. So then these are the 3 last requirements I need for Galactic Legend Luke. Mon Mothma, as you can see, she's gear 11. She's got this piece ready to go. These I'm a little bit spent on because obviously you can see I just popped the finisher on Leia, but I'll be farming up her piece right now. And I'm gonna have to start buying her shards from the store with my crystals from Arena Payout, because that's a lot. That's 185. That's gonna take a while. Like that's a month of farming, and I don't want to wait a month to get my Galactic Legend Luke, especially if he drops next week. So she's the one I'm furthest on. Chupio, as you see, he's 54 of 100. He's got his 2Ps ready to go to 12. Not too worried about him. I do 1 refresh a day on Grief, Mon Mothma, and Chupio, and I'll get usually around 4 shards a day. So if I need 40 shards on Chupio, that's what? That's 2 weeks? 2 weeks-ish, I'll get Chupio. So, but what I might end up doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is as soon as I get Leia done, I'm probably going to spend crystals on Chupio. Maybe even do 3 refreshes a day. Maybe that's the plan. As soon as I'm done spending or farming Grief, I'll have some energy to spend, and I'll maybe put it into Chupio. Get him up a little bit faster. Get him done in a week. And then, you know, it'll be Leia done, Chupio done, Mon Mothma done. And then, after they're done, my plan is not to go for the next GL right away. I'm going to kind of do what I did with the first round of Galactic Legends. So after I completed Rey, I went and I completed like my bounty hunters, because my bounty hunters were all gear 12-ish. So I went back to my bounty hunters. I did Jango, I did the Mandalorian, I did Boba, and I think that's all I really got to before I was kind of forced myself to pivot back into Galactic Legend Kylo, which I'm glad I did, because I got him done a month ago. So what I'm going to do is, after I finish these characters, I'm going to build that Mon Mothma team. And I'm going to do the Super Mon Mothma team, and that is Cassian, Pow, and Scout. But then I think I'm also going to do, well, Kara. So those 4 under Mon Mothma, Relics, Wicked TW, Wicked GAC team. I'm going to finish that team. So there's 4 characters. But then I'm also going to finish Bistan and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. So there's 6 characters I'm going to finish. Because the Bistan's U-Wing is the pivotal ship you need. The pivotal ship you need to really make that Rebels team work. But now that I think about that, I'm probably going to have to do Akbar too, because my Akbar is only gear 11. At least I want to take him up to gear 12 so that I can put some 6-dot mods on him, because I think there's certain speed thresholds you need to hit with Akbar to effectively counter the Negotiator. So after I go for Luke, after I get him, I'm going to go for the Mon Mothma team, and then I'm going to pick on some pilots. Also, because there's no sense going for Galactic Legend Palpatine, because I'll show you I am far, far behind on relic materials. So for me to get GL Luke, to bump up my whole requirements up to the level needed to activate the event, I need 400 of the white signal data, I need 420 of the green, and I need 230-ish, I think, of the blue. So I'm farming that, but then these relic materials, I'm pretty much going to spend all of them. I need 200 of the shower drain here. I need 60 of the cream Danish, whatever we're calling it, which I'll have. I need 1 more piece, and then I'll be ready. And then I got the 10 Zim Biddles, but then all my relic materials are wiped out. They're gone. I'm just going to show you guys. I remember when Relics first came out, and we knew this day would come. Everybody knew this day would come. I started out with thousands of these, and these are just to get the carbonite circuit board. I'm down to 100. So for me to get GL Palp is gonna take, one, I gotta farm the characters, but two, I gotta get all the massive amounts of signal data and massive amounts of relic materials. Like, I was already close on Luke, and I still spent my whole hoard of gear to get my relic materials. Now, this piece, I've still got thousands of, the bronzium wiring, but you need a crap ton of these circuit boards, and I'm out. These pieces, I'm out. Chromium transistors, like, I'm getting down into the low hundreds. These, you know, these come, but these usually primarily get through the fully crafted, right here. I got one ready to go, convert it. So now I need 20 more of these. But these, you know, the shower drains don't come fast and furious, guys. These pieces, you see, to get it up there, just yesterday, I crunched all of the remaining gear in here just to get close. Just to get close. And then the Zimbittles, well, I'm not, you know, these, I'm not spending these to get Zimbittles. Zimbittles I get through the assault battles. I think you get a few of them after TB clears. I think you maybe get a couple after TW clears. But I've got the one that I need to get R2-D2 to Relic 7. But I think I need Sidious, I need Marauder. Like, so I'm going to need another 20 of them. And these don't come fast at all. Which is another reason why I'm going to round out my teams, or some other teams for GAC and TW that aren't really going to affect my top 80. Because, like, a Cassian, a Bistan, Scarecrow Pathfinder, if I take them all just to, like, Relic level 1, they're not going to make my top 80. My top 80 right now, I'll show you guys. My top 80 right now ends at... Where is it? I kind of know where it is now. I don't have to count anymore. It ends right here with Captain Han Solo. So yes, there are some useless tunes in here. I was initially, after the first round of requirements for Palp, I thought I was going to be going for Palp, which is why Krennic is now Relic. I kind of regret that now. But right now, my top 80 ends at Captain Han Solo. So you can see at Relic 3... characters are just tickling into my top 80. Grief, once he goes to 12, he's going to get bumped up here somewhere in power. So my top 80 is still pretty lean. Still pretty lean. The only one I still regret is, where is he? Cody. Cody's completely useless at Relic. He's not doing me any good whatsoever. But otherwise, my top 80 is very, very, very lean, which I want to keep for GAC purposes. So that's why I can take the Mon Mothma team. You know, of course, if Pow is Relic with a Zeta, he's going to get popped up somewhere around here. But that's okay. One character up there isn't going to hurt my top roster that much. The rest will all be just out of the top 80, which is perfect. So I'm going to work on those teams. I'm going to work on and then after them, I'll start working on the troopers. I'll start working on Piet, Stark, Veers. That way I'll be building a team that I can use in GAC and TW without affecting my top 80 that much. Of course, I think my Veers is... yeah, there he is right there. He's already Zetaed, as he should be. I don't have a Zeta on my Stark. He's way down here. I know it's beneficial, but with the Imperial Trooper team, it's like you want to just like bang, 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 kill them all. You're gone. You're dead, right? So is his Zeta worth it? At the end of his turn, he recovers 2% protection. Not really, because if you've watched the Arnold videos, what you're going to do with Piet is you're going to put that kind of forced mark on Stark. All you want Stark for is to get that initial turn meter out the gate, and then Stark can die. And by doing that, you can kill teams like Darth Revan. So that is the plan for my rosters. Now, ships. Ships are finally relevant again, because before I would just say, yeah, here's my ships, be done with it. So TIE Bomber, I just got it to 6 yesterday, actually. I went 0 for 5 on it today. My Y-Wing is going to be done the same time Grief is done. Ironically, that's just how that worked out. Radis event was today, and I contemplated buying crystals to bump her up to 100, but I'm not going to worry about it. Right now, I think my strategy, I'm doing just fine. I'm not going to spend money needlessly to use her, maybe. Because you can use the Radis to counter the Malevolence. But if you've seen the videos, I recommend going to watch It's Just Ian's video on it. It's kind of sketchy. I don't know if I want to pin my Galactic or my GAC victory hopes on Radis beating a Negotiator. So I'm not going to go for it. I will get her in the 2 months or whatever that's going to take to finish her off. Finalizer, I'm not spending crystals to get him up to 7-star. Finalizer can kill at 7-star, can kill the home 1 rebel team quite well. But again, I'm not too concerned about it right now. So my ships, show you guys. All these guys are all relicked. Reaper, not in a rush to get them up to relic. Eventually, I'd like to get Death Trooper and Short Trooper both up to relic though, because Short Trooper on the Vader team is really good, and Death Trooper is really good on the Trooper team. So, and you notice, guys, I've had enough materials I've maxed out all my reinforcements. All my reinforcement abilities are all maxed out. So I got nothing, I got no upgrades on my ships. My ships are as high as they're going to get other than characters and gear. Now, now we get into characters that are underdeveloped. I want to take Cassian up to Relic for the Mon Mothma team. But he'd probably be the last one, because I think I'll probably do Scarif Rebel Pathfinder on that team first. But Cassian on that team with Pow, Scout, and Kara, it requires something meta to beat it. Like, even Traya at that point is not guaranteed to beat that team. Wedge, cool. These Rebels, I'm in no rush to take them up to Relic. The Ebon Hawk, I'm in no rush. I've seen video of it working just fine where I got it right now. Ghost, for me, the Ghost gets edged off of the Akbar team. I think Wedge is now a better reinforcement than Ghost. So I'm in no rush there. But this is the ship that you need at a certain speed threshold to make that Akbar fleet viable. So these two characters I have to work on now. Before, I could just be like, meh, I never use it. I never use that fleet, but now that fleet is relevant again. Maul will get relicked eventually. My Geos, well, someday I'll get back to my Geos. TIE Fighter Pilot, not a requirement. Probably no rush to ever get him up to relic. The Gauntlet is a good ship, but man, those guys are way down on my priority list. And then for capital ships, obviously Tarkin's going to get relicked through the requirements, but I would like a relicked Akbar to round out that fleet. Mace, sorry Rambam, but Mace is not going to worry about him, not used anywhere. But yeah, Akbar at least gear 12. Let's see where I have him at. Where is he? He's gear 11. Obviously, I know that's a Chewy piece. I'm not giving you that. That's a pretty common piece, but I'm not going to give you that right away. And then these are pretty easy to get. You know, gear 12 Akbar is not going to be too big of a deal. But then you got to have them with 60 mods to get up to your certain speed threshold, right? So, what are we? We're already half an hour in, guys. Sorry for the long video. Usually I like to try to keep these at 10 minutes, but there's been a lot to talk about. And since I've kind of skipped a week, I got a lot to talk about. Squad Arena. Go over my specific Squad Arena. It's pretty much the top 25 people that are always been around here. Same thing. But you've seen more raids. So this guy, Vars Aldoom, bless his heart, he is now climbing with this to beat SLKR, and he's using Vader to beat Rey, and he still makes payout every day. So SLKR, Rey, People are using this team, if you haven't seen it, to counter both GLs. It works quite well. And then a lot of SLKR, but you're seeing more Rays now that Rays, again, viable on defense again. For a while there, it kind of wasn't, right? But you can see everyone's kind of running this comp. It's the Jedi Knight Luke comp that is the most defensible. So you won't, I don't think you're really going to see people running it if it doesn't have Luke on. Well, there's one. But this one is easily beaten. Much more easily beaten than this one. Because this one, if you got a faster Jedi Knight Revan than your opponent, or say your opponent has a faster Jedi Knight Revan than you, and his marks your Jedi Knight Revan, it can go south. It can happen. Usually you pull it off, but it can happen. As you see, there's me, Rey, everyone climbing with this. And then we got SLKRs, blah, 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 blah. We got a Padme at 25. You got an hour and 15 minutes, T, to make your payout. And get at her. Stickus, he doesn't really climb anymore. Yeah, his payout is a couple hours before me. Doesn't really move. This guy you don't really see him. None of these guys are in my shard chat, but you never really see them pushing into the top 10. And now at the 30th, we kind of get out of the Galactic Legends. Yeah, these guys are all just kind of hang out down here. G used to be a pain in the butt back in the day, but he doesn't seem to really compete anymore. That's a new name. I've never seen that. Yeah. So after the top 30, we kind of get out of the Galactic Legends. And then Fleet, I'm not going to discuss Fleet. Fleet, it's still Negotiator and Malevolence meta. People climb with Malevolence, they put a Negotiator on defense, that's it, it's done. So we're going to wrap this video up right there, guys. Sorry it went long. For those of you that made it till the end, my safe word for this video is peanut butter. Put peanut butter in the comments, I'll know you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one, guys. Till next time, cheers, peace, bye-bye.